Namaste. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. For those of you that are on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, welcome to my Facebook page. And I want to welcome you this morning and tell you a little bit about an upcoming course that I'm going to be teaching through the Oracle, which is a metaphysical emporium store boutique in West Vancouver and Sechelt, British Columbia, Canada. And I've worked and done readings at the store for many years and been connected with the owner of the store for ages. She's a really lovely soul. Her name is Kelly Oswald, and it's just a privilege to teach this course through the store. This is going to be a beginner tarot course, and this course has been taught many, many times by Kelly herself. And this curriculum is one that's going to take you step by step through the tarot and help you to build a sense of comfort and deeper familiarity with the deck. So if you have questions about what I'm saying today, either whether you pop into the live chat or you come back at a later time, I wanted to create a container where you could ask questions about what this means as a tarot certification course, what this means as a beginner course, and where you might fit into this. I'm recording at my home right now, and my dog is in the background, and so I apologize for those noises. So let's just kind of start at the beginning. If you look at the description box below, it says that there is a prerequisite for the introductory tarot course. And there's still an opportunity to take that course before you sign up for this certification. You can do that on Zoom, and I believe that's at the West Vancouver location. And this is an introduction to the major arcana. If you're already familiar with the major arcana, that would be great before you stepped into this, just to kind of know what the 21 cards are and where to go from there. So what I want to kind of touch on is that we will be reviewing the major arcana, and we will be working, of course, we're going to work with the majors throughout the 4 weeks of this course. But if you have a little bit of familiarity, that's a great way to step into that. So I said 21 cards, but there's actually 22 because the Fool is 0 and unnumbered card. All right, so I want to just kind of break down what we're going to do as well as what you'll need to bring to the course. It'd be great if you had a tarot journal. So if you've got a new notebook that you could start fresh to start your studies. If you've already have a tarot journal and you want to build on that, fantastic. I'm going to be working with a few different iterations of the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and it's actually not I have a large tarot collection, and during the 4 weeks I will share with you many of my decks, but we're going to be working with a kind of straight up deck, so we all are looking at the same images, so there's no confusion. And if you can read the images of the Rider-Waite-Smith, you can definitely read most of the Rider-Waite-Smith clones out there. And this is just a really nice place to begin. The one that I'm showing you is the Centennial. And this tends to be the one that I go to. I'll show you an indie version of this deck in just a moment. Hi, Joel, welcome. And I see Michelle is here. That's great. I'm glad you recommend it, Michelle. Yeah. So yes, this is the Centennial version. It's a little bit muted. If you like brighter colors, there's quite a few different. This one is actually, comes in a box like this or a tin. It's called the Smith-Waite Centennial. There's actually quite a few variations of the Rider-Waite-Smith deck that you can pick up in a tin, and it's really handy because then you can put it in your purse and the box doesn't get damaged and so forth. And then this one works really well too. This is the Universal. The Universal has really pretty colors. These are the backs of the Universal, and it's very, very similar. It's just a slightly different color palette. So any one of these straight up decks will work for this class. And if you have other decks and you have been playing around with them, by all means, bring them to the class, and we can talk about that, and I can help you to find a way to, to work with. This one has pinks and different blues and so forth, to help you to work with those other decks. And I love teaching. I was a high school teacher for many years, and I also taught at the college level, and so and I was trained as an elementary school teacher. So teaching is in my blood, and I love to work with students, and I'm really excited. We have spaces for people to actually come into the store. You will be required to wear a mask for the entire class, but there's plenty of space in the shop. And then the rest of you can attend on Zoom. And I will set up my computer in a way that you'll be able to see and interact with everybody else. And the beauty also of those of you that are in Zoom is I can pair you up with the other people in Zoom and put you into virtual rooms so you can practice together. And then I can hop into the Zoom room as well too. So that's a really nice feature of attending the class online. But again, if you can come in person into the shop, that's amazing. If you go to the description box below, the address and the phone number for the store is there. So you have the option either of registering online, or you can call the shop and come in. Now, a few weeks later, Elizabeth is going to teach the same class at the West Vancouver store. So you could register for that as well too. So what else is going to happen in this class? We're going to talk a little bit about working as a tarot reader. So the ethics of reading. What does it mean to be a professional reader? And what do you need to prepare? And how do you need to set yourself up in a way that you feel supported energetically, protected energetically? And how do you set this up as a business? And what does it mean to work? So if, for example, if you finished the course, you did a bit of practice and you felt like you wanted to work in the store, what does it mean to actually work in a shop? And how can you be supported by working in a container like that? Because it's really lovely to have that support for the advertising and the insurance and so forth. And so we will talk a lot about that practical aspect as well too, right? Insurance. It's not a topic that you're going to hear about on TarotTube very much, right? And then we will do lots and lots of practice every week. So there is, hi Tamsin, there's an opportunity to read for each other. So every week I will introduce different spreads and show you how I work with spreads and why I prefer to work with a spread than doing an open reading. And we'll focus on one minor suit, 3 of the weeks, and we'll do 2 in 1 week, and then 1 week will be a total review and lots of practice in the final week. I want to say also, this is really, really important. I've got another deck I want to show you here too, is that you don't have to be a psychic. You don't have to be intuitive, or you don't have to feel like you are really in touch with your intuition to take this course or to read the tarot. It is possible to just read the cards. And so the focus of this class is just in reading the cards. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. And I'm going to teach you how to do that so you feel really, really comfortable. There's a test, there's an exam at the end of this course, which is take home. And it's a great practice to also help you to see where you're at and how far you're ready. This is an indie version. That means it's a self-published version of the deck that we were just looking at. And I just wanted to let you know, there's many versions of Pixie's original art. Pixie refers to Pamela Coleman Smith, who did the artwork for this Arthur Waite deck. And yeah. So I have many versions of this deck, and if for any reason you can't get your hands on a deck before the class, we can also figure that out as well too. There's a 20% discount if you purchase your deck through the store. So you should phone the store ahead and make sure there is a deck or decks in either location ready for you to purchase. Don't come expecting to buy one. It's great if you have it just ahead of the class. You can start looking through it. This is called the CS Tarot, Conrad Stein Tarot. All right. Hello, Jezebel. Good morning to you. All right, so if you have any questions, again, let me know. And I thought what I would do right now is just pull a good morning card. It's really lovely energy right now. We've moved into Aries season. We are moving into spring in the Northern Hemisphere. And I know that all of you that are watching might not be in the Northern Hemisphere. You're moving into the autumn. And so I totally respect that as well, too. I'm going to pull these cards with the intention of Aries season, spring, new beginnings, and things like that. And if you are in the Southern Hemisphere, please let me know, and I can switch that up. And that, with this whole COVID thing, is an opportunity and a wonderful reason also to learn the tarot, because we can connect with people all over the world through broadcasting, through Zoom, and it's just been a blessing. And the connections that I have made all over the world have been amplified tremendously in this past year. And I am so grateful. I'm so grateful for this, because it's really given me a deeper awareness of the power of connection and the ability to do distance readings and so forth. Yeah, that's not really the focus of the class, but it's something that I want to, why don't I use Conrad's deck? We'll just do a straight up Rider-Waite deck, because that's what we're going to be using in the class. Okay. And Christiana is here. Welcome to Christiana. All right. So who would like to have a card for this morning? I'm just going to do one card. And this is another thing. Usually with the tarot loves to tell stories, right? The tarot is it's like drawing a picture. It's like a comic book, right? It's art. And the cards love to interact with each other. They either face each other or they don't, or they stand back to back like this, or they point, right? There's interactions that happen between colors and scenery and the weather and the backgrounds and so forth. And so pulling single cards is pretty limiting, but it's you can get an answer with that. Or just a general message for the day. Okay. So, general message for the day. Hello, Kristen Louise. Welcome. All right. So that's a yes, please from Tamsin. And Kimmy is here. Hello, Kimmy. Okay. I'm both on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you don't see some of the names that I'm talking about, that's why. All right. We can also talk about shuffling. Well, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about shuffling and drawing and all of that as well too. All right. So this card is for Tamsin, and Tamsin is a new mama. She has a beautiful baby. So happy for you. I love that picture you posted the other day. Okay. So this is for Tamsin, just a general message moving through the energy of this day and this beautiful new week. Wow. Okay. So this is the Three of Wands. And the thing I like about the Three of Wands is it's an opportunity to step forward, to do something. And I'm aware of Tamsin's situation, right? New mama. It's a little challenging. There's been some stuff going on with the baby. I really feel like this is a permission for you to do something for yourself, maybe in a gentle way because of your situation. But this might be, going for a drive in a new direction. It may be an opportunity for you to, I don't know, move your body in a new way. There's just a sense of action with the Three of Wands. The Two of Wands tends to sit back and reflect and think about it. And this is actually a stepping forth. This is a card of movement. And with a three as well, too, there may be some kind of coming together with different energies, different paths. So I want to encourage you to perhaps take the path less traveled today, but definitely to step out. To step out, and the word adventure is coming to my mind. And I know that's pretty low key with what's going on with you right now, but that's the mood. So you can come into this from a little bit of a fiery, playful, very energetic Tamsin perspective. Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to go up to the top, and actually I'll go down from the bottom. All right. Oh, she did share. You did share his name. I didn't want to say his name. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to the first person that said, Christiana, I have purchased the Spacious Tarot, and I've also backed her new Oracle deck with the second version. My Spacious Tarot is at a P.O. box in the US of A that is very easy to access when the borders are open, and I have several decks that are in this P.O. box in just across the border, which I have not been able to get to for a year. So in theory, I have it, but I don't have it in hand. Yeah. It's a deck I'm really looking forward to working with one day. Okay. It's 7 p.m. where you are. Okay, so you must be in the UK or Western Europe. All right, let's go to Joel and pull a card for Joel. All right, so this is a message for Joel. New week, new season. Where would Joel's energy benefit from focusing as he steps forward into this new week? Are you pursuing a new relationship? So another card of action, movement. Now this is a more passive knight. There are 4 knights in the tarot. The Knight of Cups is one of the more passive ones. But Joel, if you are interested in, if you are pursuing a new relationship, if you are wanting to open up to a friend, if you are, you know, this speaks to emotion, intuition. It's a little bit of just really bearing your soul kind of card. It speaks to poetry, singing, connecting, love letters. But this is a knight, right? So the knights are always doing something. So it's an action of love. It's the act of love. Not so much the act of what happens in the bedroom, but the poetic act of love, the romantic side of love. So this would be giving you permission to express your feelings. If this is not about a relationship, this could be giving you permission to have a heart-to-heart with somebody at work that might help move something in another direction. So yeah, that's a nice card for you. I don't know what's your, Joel, what's your birth month? What's your your sun sign? Another thing we can talk about too in this class is just choosing a significator card, because that can also help you to bring focus into your readings. And that's something that I have really been working with more and more, or I should say gone back to. And of course, we'll talk about that with the Celtic cross spread. Okay. 3:15 for Tamsin. Anna Luisa Herring. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, Kimmy's turn. Let's draw a card for Kimmy. Essence. Hello, hello. Welcome to you. I'm just reading Joel's comment now. I do have a partner, but have been thinking of opening up or show or show a hand for a friend and involve the friendship. You are a Taurus sun. Okay, so you are a Taurus sun. So that this card should help bring a little bit of lightness to your energy as well too. You know, getting out of the earthiness of your comfort zone. But I would have to look at more of your astrology to comment on that. Okay, so this is for Kimmy. Kimmy. Let's go back up here. Okay. All right, so a message for Kimmy moving forward through this week. What would Kimmy benefit from focusing on? Okay. All right, so emotionally, this is a card of having given a lot, giving, Eight of Cups. So there's been a lot of energy spent, a lot of emotional energy spent, a lot of, you know, you've invested a lot of emotions into a current situation. And it feels like you have done all that you can do. There's nothing else you can do. And so when we have given so much, we can feel a little bit depleted. We can feel a lot depleted. And it's really important to bring some balance to that, to start to fill your cup, to start to connect to source, to start to find balance again. And in the Eight of Cups, the general message is, you know, it's time to leave that, to let that be and to move in a new direction, to move towards, you know, there's always a moon in this card, or usually there's a moon in this card. There always is in the Rider-Waite. And when we are looking at the moon, you know, we're moving towards our own challenges instead of focusing on other people's stuff. So it's kind of the card of permission to start looking after you and to focus on your own emotional needs, your own emotional self-care. Okay? Thank you. All right. Let me see. Is anybody else wanting a card? Jezebel. All right, let's go to Jezebel. Sorry, just let me get I need a bigger clip. Jezebel. I will be at the store later today. If anybody wants to come into the shop in Sechelt and talk, I know none of you in the chat are there, but if anybody's watching this back and you need more information in person. All right, so Jezebel, the energy of the new week, stepping into the season of spring in the Northern Hemisphere. What would Jezebel benefit from focusing on at this time? Okay, so taking charge, owning it, completely owning it, taking charge, knowing that you have you have the strength, you have the organizational abilities, you have the leadership abilities, you have the intelligence. If anybody has made you feel less than intelligent, less than clever, this is a card to encourage you to really to step in, to embrace the energy of the King of Swords, and to lead in a very, very clever way. Like this, if it was something at work, it would be yes, it's a yes to take that job. It's the yes for the promotion. It's the yes to, I don't know, stepping into a new role in the family. And the King of Swords has absolutely no difficulty in expressing himself. So I hope that gives you some courage. Oh, Christiana's in Portugal. Of course you can, Essence. Let's pull a card for Essence. And Mosina Khan is here. Hello, welcome to Mosina. And Daria, hello Daria, Swan Spirit. Oh, you're welcome, Kimmy. Hi, Tony. Thanks for popping in. For those of you that are just coming in, you'll have to watch the playback to look about the course, but it's coming up very, very soon. There will be spots online as well as in person. And this is definitely for a beginner or somebody who is very, very new to the tarot. And it's a very supportive course. And I encourage you to watch the playback or reach out to me if you have any more questions if I didn't answer them earlier. So this card is for Essence moving forward through this season, through this week coming up. What would Essence benefit from focusing on? Maybe something that I'm feeling that like there's may have been a little bit of doubt around. So interesting how the cards cut. Okay, so the last reading we had the King and of Swords. This is the Knight of Swords, and so there is absolutely no doubt that this is a time to move forward. This is I love the reckless nature of this particular knight. There is no fear at all. And sometimes this card bears on, well, I said reckless, right? It bears on the edge of recklessness. But also, it's like, I know exactly what I need to do. I know exactly what I want to do. And there's an energy that is just with you, waiting to be fully embraced and fully embodied. This is also quite a youthful energy. So it is, it's the element of air, I've been talking a lot this last couple of weeks about connecting with the elements and working with the elements. And this element is one of, depending on how you read the tarot, this is a double air, can be a double air element. So perhaps, moving into that and embracing the wind and embracing the fresh air outside, but there's one of going and moving, and come on, like just do this and don't think about it. Just go and do it, because you have that power, that you have that. You may have lost this spark, but this is a card reminding you that this is within and it's time. It's your time. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and the store is calling me right now. Okay. I'm going to do one more card, and then I have to get into the shop and communicate with them. Okay. So one more. And so the last one will be for Daria. And Daria is from Moscow. Okay. So for those of you that don't come to my channel regularly or you're on Facebook, tomorrow on YouTube, I will be doing live readings. And if you go to my YouTube page, the thumbnail is up there. And tomorrow is a funny time. I think I'm going on at 3 o'clock because I'm on Amber Lavender Moon's channel talking about tarot and yoga earlier in the day. And I believe I'll also be on with the store at 11:11 on Facebook doing readings as well too. So tomorrow there's a couple opportunities to get a reading for me. So this final card is for Daria. What would Daria benefit from focusing on this week, as we move into the new season? Okay. Daria. All right. Not a bad card, just a big sigh. Because this is a big card. It's a Hierophant. So it's a major card, significant card. And depending on, this is one of, pulling one of these cards as a single reading is a little bit challenging. So what came to me was that this is the bridge to higher learning. This is the bridge to higher learning. So what does that mean? That means that there's an opportunity either to deepen your knowledge through study. This can also speak to you on the other side of the coin, right? To kind of do the preparation that you need to do to deliver the course yourself. The Hierophant is a card of mentorship. It's a card of inspiration. And so if you have been needing to connect with somebody for support, it can be like a counselor sort of thing. But there's this, I want to go back to that very first message I had for you, which was this bridge to higher learning. Sometimes we need support. Sometimes we need a guru, right? We need a teacher. We need a guide to help us get through. And so I would say this is a message for you in reaching out and connecting with someone who can help you through this challenge that you're having, this period that you're having, or perhaps this is just a curiosity about stepping into a new career and you need mentors who can help you focus on or receive the knowledge that you need to get where you want to go. So look for the teachers, look for a mentor. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Okay. So thank you. Thanks for popping in this morning, joining me here. And I look forward to any questions, comments about the upcoming course I'll be teaching at the Oracle in Sechelt as well. It's offered on Zoom, and all the information that you need is in the description box below. Okay. Stay well. I'll see you all very soon. Namaste.